Hey guys, what's up? Kirsten here. Um, so I was supposed to do this video a good 2 weeks ago, but life has a way of lifing. Let's go with that. Life has a way of kind of getting in the way and stuff. But anyways, I really wanted to do this video or at least start doing these videos before February ended. So cutting it pretty close, but better late than never. It has been crazy since the year started. I have been pressing gas and hardly any breaks. There's a lot of stuff going on right now with me, and also it is the end of the school year in Japan in March. So that's usually July, August for the rest of the world, or the rest of the Western world, I should say. Um, Certainly where I come from. So yeah, it's kind of a shift. Kind of had to adapt to that while living here. But yeah, anyways, in conclusion to the ramble of the rambles that I'm already rambling, it's been quite busy and I haven't really had time to um, answer your questions. But here I am today. And so, and also saying that um, I feel like I don't want to record one long video and have you guys fall asleep like, halfway in. So I took the questions that you guys asked me and kind of grouped them into like one or two, well, I think three categories to be exact. And so I will make three short videos instead of making a very long video. Um, yeah. Don't mind me in the pencil. I just kind of have to have something in my hand. I don't know. Anyway, so let's start. The first video will be about pretty much things people have asked me about Japan and the culture and etc. Like things that I like, my favorite things, my favorite this and that. So yeah, here we go. Um, I have my trusty Gojo post-its here that I'm reading from. Um, um, in an effort to make this as organic as possible, I haven't really thought about these questions. I kind of just want to go with whatever first comes to my mind. Um, yeah, I tend to overthink things too much. So if I sit down and really had to think about these questions, it would just be too much. So, anyways, right. First things first. What is my favorite thing about Japanese culture? Um, yeah, I have a couple. The first one is time. They are really on time here. Like it is bliss when it comes to time here. Like they start on time. Like the trains leave here on the second. Like there is no like rounding off to the next half hour, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Like the train times are super specific here. Like a train could leave at 7:21, 4:36, 6:59. Like it's super specific. It's really on time, and that is throughout the culture. We're talking about meetings. We're talking about parties, events, everything. I really love that. Um, People who know me know that it's one of my biggest pet peeves when people are not on time. Uh, I can't, I don't like it. And back home, St. Lucia, island life, island time, you know, they tell you something started at 1, 3 hours later, still kind of start yet. Oh, bruh, I'm unable. So yeah, I really like that about the Japanese culture. If something starts at 1, at 10 to 1, pretty much 99% of the people are already there. Be it meeting for the park to go have fun or just meeting up to go on an adventure, a meeting, it doesn't matter across the board. People are on time. I really like that. Japan is also really clean. Probably the cleanest country that I have ever been to. There are no public garbage bins. Like, back home they would be like bins on the street for people to throw away their garbage. They don't have that here, and still, it it's super clean. Like, people hold on to their garbage until they get to their house. It is beyond me. I sometimes, when I'm walking to work, the garbage park, can I speak English? The garbage truck passes me, and I don't even know. And I was like, oh, it's a garbage truck. Back home, I would smell it a mile away before it even reaches me, which is a sad thing in itself to say. But yeah, it's really clean. It's really clean here in Japan. I love that people take the environment and littering as a very serious thing. They don't do that here. It's very rare to see garbage on the street. Yeah, it's pretty clean. I really like that. Um, Also, the crime rate is very low in Japan. It is a very safe place and space. People respect your belongings. Like, it is unbelievable. People walk around with their bags open, phones anywhere. People are sleeping on the train. The bag is wide open, unzipped, knowing that no one would touch it or steal it. People go to the park and they're all the way over there, and their stuff is over there unattended. No worries. You go to a cafe and you put your stuff on the table to grab a seat, and you're at the counter buying your stuff. Totally fine. I really love that. That is awesome. I don't. I'm not very fearful when I walk around at night. Yeah, it's a pretty safe country. People respect your stuff. I once forgot my cell phone in a convenience store bathroom. By the time I had realized what I had done and came back, it was probably 40 minutes later, and my phone was still exactly the very same place. Um, I've heard stories of people, something falling out of their bag, and they come back the next day. It's just, propped up. Someone just picks it up and props it up against the wall. Like, they just know you come back for it. They won't take it. I've literally seen people do that. Like, something fell, they're like, oh, someone dropped something. They just kind of prop it up against the side. And I had a jacket. I'm just remembering this. It was tied to the loop of my handbag, and it fell off, and I didn't realize for like 2 days until I was like, wait, where is that jacket? And 2 days later, I retraced my steps, and the jacket was propped up against a wall, my work jacket. And there was something I think it was my watch that was in the pocket of it. Everything was still there. True story. Japan is a very safe country. I like that. It's very good. Yeah, I think we can move on to the next question. I don't want to make this too exhaustive. Oh, favorite foods. Favorite Japanese food. Okay, I know Japan is very famous for ramen, and I like ramen, but it's not my favorite. I would say one of my favorite Japanese noodle dishes is called udon. Um, it's the udon is the type of noodle. So ramen is kind of small and thin. Udon is like square and thick. White noodles, and sometimes they could be made flat as well, but I really like the white thick ones. Udon with tofu. I absolutely love it. Vegetable broth udon. Beef is pretty good too. So yeah, I love udon. Um, Yakitori, which is like, the best way I can describe it is like grilled chicken skewers, and they use like the chicken breast, the chicken thigh, chicken skin, many different parts of the chicken. They kind of grill it and use different sauces. You could have soy sauce, it could be salted. I really love yakitori and yakiniku, which I think is kind of Korean if I'm being honest, but yeah, I really like that. It's pretty much grilled or barbecue meat, except back home they would put the actual piece of meat, like the chicken wing or the chicken drumstick, the chicken leg on the grill. Um, Over here, it's sliced very thinly, almost like bacon. And usually, when you go to a yakiniku restaurant, there's like a booth, and there's like a small grill in the middle, and you grill your own meat. I actually quite like that. Yeah. What else? I pretty much like anything to do with mochi and dango. Um, Dango is pretty much again like wooden kind of skewer, and they make the rice balls and they kind of grill it, and it could be sweet, it could be just with soy sauce. Yeah, I pretty much like anything like that. mm, yeah. Oh, I really love ebi senbei. It's one of my favorite Japanese snacks. Ebi meaning shrimp. So it's kind of like the equivalent of a cracker, like a shrimp cracker, but they use shrimp as the base flavor, but you can add pretty much, there's so many flavors. Like you could have a curry flavor, you could have chocolate flavor. Yes, chocolate and shrimp. Yeah, they they mix a lot of weird stuff right. Well, we think that it's weird anyways. It could be octopus, squid ink, octopus ink, wasabi, like pretty much anything. So yeah, ebisembe is one of my favorite Japanese snacks. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Sushi and everything else is pretty great, but the udon and the yakitori and the yakiniku, I really love. All right, favorite season. Favorite season. So I know a lot of people love Japan in springtime because of the cherry blossoms, and it's absolutely one of the most gorgeous scenes, one of the most gorgeous things I've ever witnessed in Japan, in wherever I've traveled to. It's really gorgeous. The cherry blossoms are magnificent. But they have a very short span. They only last for about, like, in full bloom, maybe a week or less. So you kind of have to really catch it. But I wouldn't say that spring is my favorite season in Japan. Fall, I would say, fall or autumn is number one for me. Um, when the leaves go from green to like red and yellow, or and like orange, it is, to me, it's heaven. It's really heaven. So in Japan there is like, so the season of fall is called aki, but there are like two main types of leaves and the colors that they change, which is koyo, which is when the leaves change into like red and yellow, and that in itself is gorgeous. But they also have momiji, which is like red maple leaves, and oh my god, mind blowing. When these colors come together, especially in the countryside, it is it is magnificent. I could stay under those trees all day. Is gorgeous. It lasts longer than the cherry blossoms, and to me personally, it is the most beautiful time in Japan. And also because the summers in Japan are ridiculously humid. Like, and coming from an island girl, trust me when I tell trust me when I tell you, the humidity sometimes 80-90%. Temperatures of like can go up to 44, 45 degrees Celsius. It is insanely hot and humid in Japan. Actually, a lot of people get affected by heat stroke. I remember the first year when I just moved there, I moved here in the summer. On my second day here, I passed out. I mean, I can also assure you it was a mixture of jet lag and trying to do too much in 2 days. But the heat was what really set me over the edge. And on my second day of training at my school, yeah, I passed out. They kind of had to lay me down and give me something. It was crazy. But anyways, all that to say, when that temperature moves from being really hot and humid into the cool fall season, oh, it's magic. It's really magic. It really is. Yeah. So favorite season, fall. Favorite places to visit. Ooh. Favorite places to visit. Okay. Let's go with, one would have to be Tokyo, for sure. Tokyo is a metropolitan city like no other. There are always, and I mean always, at any time of the day, cajillion people everywhere, which is one of the reasons why I could never live there, to be honest. Well, I don't like to say never, but yeah, 99%. It's just always busy. It's always crowded everywhere you go. Could be midnight. It could be 12 midday. It's always super busy, but it has a different way of life, and not just in Tokyo too, but I just want to point out that in Japan, you could be in the middle of a city and be standing next to this towering skyscraper, and then just across the street there's a temple. Like it, the balance in the cities, just in Japan itself, is it's quite staggering. Yeah, and Tokyo is filled with technology and robots serving you at the hotels and restaurants, and yet some of the most beautiful temples and shrines that you could ever see. It is where you would find the most mix in Japan. Japan is predominantly like 90% Japanese, but Tokyo is the place where you'll find people who speak more English, and lots of foreigners. People are always visiting, so there's a rich mix. So you can find an amazing array of restaurants there. One of my favorite places to visit in Tokyo is Ometesando. They have really gorgeous restaurants and shopping, like all different types of food. It's Tokyo is just a vibe. It's just a vibe. Talking about anime, we're talking about robotics, technology, and some of the most beautiful shrines and temples and parks. Tokyo, I love visiting Tokyo. Only 2-3 days, and yeah, that's it. I can't say it. Too many people. Thank you ever so much. That was my Bluetooth speaker. Don't mind that. That was so weird. That startled me a little bit, actually. Right. Another place that I visited is a small island. It's still considered Japan. By the way, Japan is not just one island. Just put that out there. But anyways, one of the down to the southern, smaller Japanese islands called Okinawa. And the reason why I really loved it was because it felt like St. Lucia. It felt like home. Beautiful, gorgeous, clear water, blue, green beaches, tropical life. It was probably the first place I could actually have like guava juice and mango juice and that type of thing that I can't really get on the main Japanese island where I live. I went for the beaches and island life, and it really felt like a different Japan. People there were a lot more friendly and welcoming, and not afraid to speak to foreigners, as I have sometimes experienced here. Okinawa is a gorgeous place. Really, really gorgeous. Really nice beaches. The beer is really good. The pork is really good. The beef is also pretty good too. And a wider array of fruits and that type of stuff that you probably won't get on the main island. And I also have to say Gifu. Gifu, I love Gifu. The countryside of Gifu. I worked in Gefu for a few years, and it was amazing to literally walk past rice fields every morning on my way to work. I kid you not. Just seeing it going from empty fields to planting season and harvesting season. It's one of the most gorgeous things, and sometimes when I would go past, it would be sunset and the river and the. I love Gifu for the nature. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's really just amazing. So Tokyo for the technology and the city life and stuff. Gifu for the countryside, nature, rice fields, and Okinawa for the gorgeous, beautiful beaches. Yeah. Okay. What do we got? Almost 20 minutes. Okay, not bad. Not bad. And the last one, you guys really tried it with this one, because I don't even know how I'm gonna pick one. I don't think I can. My favorite anime, like, no, no. I refuse to be put in a box and be like, yeah, this is my favorite anime. I have one. Absolutely not. For those who don't know, I'm a huge anime fan. If you can recognize, this is, Straw Hat Luffy and coincidentally my sweater is Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't have a favorite anime. I have a bunch of different animes that I watch. I have a bunch of different animes that I love. I make it a point to not really spend a lot of energy on things that I don't like or love. So if I'm watching an anime, I most likely like it or love it. Like it's that, yeah. So, and I connect with anime differently. Like there's certain anime that I like because of the character and the story and the development. There's certain anime that's just like the animation is just really beautiful. Um, but yeah, let's try to see if I can do, if I can tell you maybe 5 to 7, maybe 7. Let's go with 7. Let's try for 7 anime that I really love. And this is in no particular order. It's just, yeah, anime that I love. Naruto, off the top of my head, is one of my ultimate favorite anime. It's really the anime that kind of pushed me off the cliff into obsession. I remember when I was younger, this is really gonna tell my age, but okay. I remember when I was younger and coming home after school and watching Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know if you guys remember that Yu-Gi-Oh! With the cards and the deck and stuff. And then it kind of grew into Dragon Balls, but Dragon Ball Z, however you want to say that. But I mean, I used to watch it and it was okay and I liked it, but it wasn't until I watched Naruto that I was really like, whoa, okay, deep dive. So yeah, I watched that anime for years. It was the first manga that I ever read. I didn't even know about manga till Naruto. I just figure, I watch animation, that's it. But yeah, it was the first manga that I ever read. And so for that reason, it will always hold a special place in my heart. I really love Naruto. Everything from the characters to just watching the anime evolve and grow from, when I first started watching it into, I don't know, 10 plus how many years. Naruto, really love that. And to be honest, anything with a teacher with white hair, I'm sold. Is the reason why I also love Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know. I only realized this recently that I love anime that is based with some kind of teaching academy stuff. Jujutsu Kaisen is another one of these. It's a high school. The teacher is really cool. The teacher is super strong. He's very chill, but he's also like really confident. Same with Kakashi from Naruto. I really like that type of stuff. Jujutsu Kaisen is amazing. It's set in Tokyo, and I've visited a lot of the places from the anime, and for me, that's just chef's kiss to be able to do that. I love Jujutsu Kaisen. I love Gojo. I love Megumi. I love the strong silent type. Sold. One Piece. Oh my gosh, another anime that I have been watching forever because it's kind of been around forever, 25 plus years. It's another anime that I have just loved watching everything evolve in that anime, from the character development to the plot to the stories to the characters to the animation. Just looking at it, looking at some old episodes and what it is now, it's just really gorgeous. I love long series. I love trilogies, long movies. Lord of the Rings extended editions, one of my favorites of all time. Pirates of the Caribbean. Anything if like 3, 4, 5 movies that are really good, I actually like it. So for me, when I started watching One Piece, I was like, "Ooh, this is long." And now that I'm over 10 plus years into it, I'm like, "Wow, this is still going on, and it is still a hit in Japan. It is still one of the biggest animes in Japan, and that's a testament to these writers and these producers and these animators. It's really awesome." Was that 3? I think that was 3. Number 4, Bleach. Absolutely love Bleach. I have watched and rewatched that anime so many times that I would like to admit. But yeah, as you can tell, I love a lot of action anime. Anything to do with swords and fighting and that type of thing, I love it. Ichigo, the big brother, doing things, protecting his family. Anything that has like a really deep backstory as well, I really like it. yeah, the Shinigami, the whole different swords and all that type of stuff. I love that. Love Bleach. I think that was 4. Number 5, My Hero Academia. Again, with the teacher and the vibes, and I can't. Sorry, I like what I like. I love the whole vibe with Aizawa Sensei and how he looks after his students, and the main character not really having any powers to begin with, but just really believing that he could make a difference, and he would just put himself out there even though he didn't really have any powers, and then how it's all working out that he got it, and how the story develops and evolves. I really love that. I think I've said evolves a good 6 times. But yeah, like I said, I'm not prepared. I haven't really prepared anything. I just want it to be as organic as possible. But yeah, My Hero Academia. Oh dear God, was that 5? Was that 6? I have no idea. Okay, I said Naruto, Bleach, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece. I think that was 5. Um, so like I said, I like a lot of action anime. Give me swords, give me fighting, give me samurais, give me powers, give me kicking butt. I love it. But recently, a friend of mine recommended sort of like a drama anime called The Apothecary Diaries, and I actually really like it. It's set in China. It's about this girl who, she's an apothecary, or she's like a chemist, and she is super smart and figures out and investigate different things when it comes to food poisoning. She actually really loves ingesting poison so she can heal herself. It's crazy. And it has a bit of like politics and drama, back in the day with the whole emperor and the politics of the castle and that type of stuff. So I really like that. Apothecary Diaries is a new one. I just started watching it a few months ago. And the last one, I would have to say, let me give you a recent one, not one that I've been watching for a long time too. It's called The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today. Yes, that is the actual title verbatim. Again, it's not an action anime. Again, a friend recommended it to me, and I was like, I don't really watch this type of like funny comical anime, but I'll give it a try. And it was actually quite interesting. The name is kind of, it's about a cat, but it's a really big cat, and the cat takes care of its human owner instead of being the other way around. And it's actually kind of really hilarious. The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today. I know these anime titles are getting out of hand, but I absolutely love it. It's actually quite funny. Yeah, I believe that was 7. I hope that was 7. I hope I counted that right. And we're getting close to the 30-minute mark. Yeah. And we just talked about favorite things in Japan. So yeah, I guess we can close on favorite things, and I will see you guys hopefully in March for the next video. We have some more hard hitting and deep questions from some people. Yeah, we'll get into that in March. So thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you guys for all the questions that you've sent. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Love and light.